Everyone. Hello everyone and welcome to English 101 section 30. I'm Eric Jurgens, your instructor. I'm basically doing this little intro video to just kind of get you introduced to what we're doing in the course, and basically also getting myself used to taking these short videos. So yes, the light isn't the best in here, but it works for now. This is my wonderful office space here in fabulous Shawano, Wisconsin. So again, I welcome you to English 101, Introduction to College English. So I just want to talk with you briefly on sort of especially the course outcomes for this class, because they are important. There are 8 of them, and so I'm going to go over them with you briefly. And so hopefully I will see you tomorrow at the weekly office hours. Of course, as I remind you, they are not mandatory, but I would like to get a chance to chat with all of you. So I'm going to just read these course outcomes really quickly. So the first one is refine your critical reading and thinking skills, and that is what we are going to be concentrating on throughout this semester. And as you will see in the syllabus, that is really the number one outcome. It is the critical reading and thinking. Number 2, as you see, is differentiate between plagiarized and properly cited sources, and this is especially important given how frequently politicians, pundits, celebrities steal other people's work without attribution. As a matter of fact, one of our major candidates for president, Joe Biden, had to basically drop out of the presidential race in 1988 because he plagiarized. Number 3, we will outline and do other sorts of work in the writing process, and we will get much deeper into the writing process next week. Number 4, organize documents into a detailed and consistent structure. So throughout this course, you will be writing several different kinds of papers that will help you organize and think about how you organize. Number 4 is compose an active voice argument. And one of the things that we will be talking about this semester also is grammar issues. You will be taking I guess what we call a grammar pretest at the sometime this week, and this pretest is just to give you a little idea of what you remember and don't remember about the basics of standard edited American English. The active voice is not one of the things on that quiz, but suffice it to say, an active voice sentence is the action is being done by the subject. So an example of an active voice argument is I catch the ball. The opposite of the active voice is the passive voice. So that would be the ball is caught by me. And if you have any questions about grammar, please let me know. I am a grammar nerd. I love to talk about it. 6, apply research and properly cite information. So research, it will be an important component of the second paper, which is a career research paper, and the 4th paper, which is a proposal persuasive paper, and I'll discuss those assignments shortly. 7, write coherent, well-supported, and grammatically correct papers. And the grammatically correct part is you'll be writing these papers in, again, what we call standard edited American English. There are lots of different kinds of Englishes. You might have heard of African American Vernacular English. The indigenous peoples of the United States have their own ways of speaking English. But in this class, at least the written stuff, we will be aiming to improve your proficiency in standard edited American English. And finally, you will be working on papers with your peers. So you'll be implementing peer and self-editing strategies. Now these outcomes are all very academic sounding, but throughout the course of the semester we will be going over these in much more detail, but I wanted to start off by mentioning them. So then I want to discuss a little bit about Canvas. hopefully tomorrow we will get into the chat and we can talk about your issues, difficulties, challenges, questions about our new learning management system. As you may or may not have heard, this is the first semester that we will have rolled out this new system. So you will be learning it. I will be learning it. We've had intense training, but a couple weeks of intense training does not mean that I'm going to be an expert at this. And I'm certainly not expecting you guys to be experts at it either. So we are essentially learning this system together. I saw at the time of this video that a number of you had already signed up for it. But please look at your emails and make sure that you accept the invitations to join the Canvas classroom, as all of the coursework will be centered in Canvas. That is why this is an online course. Okay, so I'm going to spend a little time then talking about this week's assignments in Canvas. Okay, so when you go to the module section of your classroom, you will see all of the different things that you are to be doing for week 1. You will see at the top the course syllabus, and then you will see right under it a section called Introductions. That is a discussion forum. So when you click on that, you will be asked to essentially introduce yourself to the other people in the class, and you will be expected to essentially respond to at least one other student. So this takes the place of the sort of the in-person icebreakers that I used to do when things were in person. Then under that, you will see the prompt for the first paper, which is the personal knowledge paper, and I will talk about that in more detail in basically the second part of this video. So under that, you will see then instructions for the response essay that you will be writing for next week's discussion forum. And in that section, you will see the link to the essay that you are going to read. The essay is available online as well as in your textbook, and the instructions tell you where in your textbook to find it. I will remind you that you will not need your textbook for this first week. I certainly understand that you might not be able to acquire it quickly. So to do this assignment, you at least can go to the essay online and read the essay and then answer all of the questions that you see in the instructions. And again, you can certainly ask me any questions that you need to when you get into Canvas. And then there are 2 additional things that we will be doing this week. You'll be writing a short diagnostic essay, and that essay is not graded. It is essentially just to excuse me, to gauge where you are as a writer, and also helps me get to know your voice as a writer. And finally, you'll be taking the grammar pretest that I mentioned earlier in the video. I will not be doing too much editing in these videos, so I might cough, I might do things. So again, sort of bear with me. And each of these videos I'm going to try to keep under 10 minutes. So this concludes the first part of the introduction video for English 101. And I guess stay tuned for part 2.